I think we're working. I believe we are live. And, yep, I'm good. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I, of course, am your host, Zach, here on the Yo Bro Nation YouTube channel. And, I don't know, I had an issue when I first started on the previous stream, so I had to completely restart the whole darned thing, and now it's showing that I'm live. Of course it is, because why not? Why not have issues on my first live stream in months? Like months, probably almost a year. But welcome to the channel. I'm Zach, your host here on the Yo Bro Nation YouTube channel, and we're talking NXT Stand and Deliver. This is my first of two streams today. As I said yesterday on the Squared Circle podcast, tonight, as of this moment, Jake hasn't said otherwise, but I will be doing the WrestleMania Night 1 review tonight with Jake whenever the show goes off. I'm not sure exactly what time, but it will be tonight. You guys will see that. Core water. So, welcome. Hello. I'm here. For those of you who stop in and say whatever, hello, nice to meet you. Subscribe if you don't mind. Share this video. Like this video. Tell your friends about it. Send them on over. But Stand and Deliver. Like I stated yesterday, I've not been huge on the product for 2.0. Was this a takeover level show? Absolutely not. This was not even close to a takeover level show. There was a couple matches that I feel like had a takeover level feel to them. Mostly the North American Championship ladder match. That was like a beautiful match. It was a beautiful, beautiful match. But other than that, you could probably say the main event was pretty damn good. Not takeover level by any means. Really, I would say maybe. Yeah, actually, no. Rethinking about it, I can't say anything was takeover level outside of the ladder match. Main event was really good. Champa versus Tony D'Angelo was really, really good. But that was it. The crowd tonight, they were quiet a lot. I know I heard some piped in NXT chants here or there, but the show wasn't bad. Let me say that. This was not a bad show. The women's Fatal 4-Way was really, really good. There was a lot of good in the show, and there was one match that I really was kind of sour on, but it wasn't on the main card, so that's good, right? That's a good thing. So I'll go through the card. But like I said, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, tell them to come on over and watch me talk a whole bunch of nonsense. Because why not? You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Both are down in the description down below. You can also go check out Jake's page, his store on TeePublic. Not TeePublic, actually on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can go check that out there. You can follow him on Instagram. He's also on Twitter. I believe I have both of those linked down in the description. Go check all that stuff out down in the description down below. So, of course, Stand and Deliver took place in Dallas at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Fort Worth area. It did have a kickoff show match, which was for the Women's Tag Team Championships with JC Jane and Gigi Dolan of Toxic Attraction defending the championships against a really brand new, refreshly put back together Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. This match had some pacing issues. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because it was the kickoff show, and I kind of halfway through decided to start doing notes with it because I found myself just kind of watching and waiting to see what happened. But yeah, it had some pacing issues. Let me look at my notes here. the crowd wasn't all there yet. There wasn't a huge reaction even when they won. It was weird to see them come out because they still had the Kickoff crew standing on the stage as they were coming out to make their entrances. It was just wonky and not a great start. It wasn't terrible. You know, Gigi and JC Jane are pretty good. Dakota Kai is really great. I'm still not all the way sold on Raquel Gonzalez. I feel like she's still clunky in the ring, and now they're calling her Big Mama Cool. Come on. A lot of missed spots in the match. Quite a few. Some botches here or there. There was, however, as far as a positive, Toxic Attraction and their double team moves when they went on that run of hitting move after move was really good looking. They work actually really well as a team. Wendy Chu shows up at the end, kind of hits Gigi Dolan with a pillow and then throws a cup of orange soda in her face, which allows Raquel to hit like this big boot. She gets in the ring, ultimately ends up hitting JC Jane with the one-armed power bomb, if you want to call it that, and allows them to get the win. They're the new champions. I guess so. There was no reaction. There was no reaction to this. They're talking on the kickoff, panel. Oh, what a great match! Great way to start the show. New champions. I'm like, there's no reaction. The crowd's not into it. Has me already worried that this was going to be a disaster of a show. I'm not even going to lie to you. Watching the kickoff, I at points was worried about if the crowd was even going to all show up. Was there going to be a full attendance? I was worried about that yesterday. It was a good sized crowd, but none of the tickets for WrestleMania or this show really sold out. Again, not a takeover level show. Really not. We go to move on to the proper show, but before the proper show even starts, Grayson Waller comes out, Santos Escobar come out, they have like 3 minutes of fucking commercials. Then the show starts with the intro and the promo package and all that stuff. Solo Sikoa, because I fucked his name up yesterday, my bad, already in the ring, didn't even get an entrance, but we're there for the North American ladder match. Cameron Grimes gets his entrance. Obviously, Carmelo Hayes gets his entrance. And then this match is off to the races. Like I said, this, to me, was a takeover level match. A wonderful match. Not the greatest ladder match I've ever seen. Hell, I wouldn't even say it was as good as the one at TakeOver New Orleans when the title was introduced and Adam Cole won. But this was a really, really good ladder match. An excellent ladder match. Every single guy got some shit in. They all looked really great. There was a really bad bump. I mean, okay, so Grayson Waller, dude, you're in your 20s. Scale it back, man. Scale it back. This dude's taking unnecessary bumps. At War Games, he took a crazy bump. He took a crazy bump here. Like, dude, you don't have to kill yourself. I feel like this guy broke his fucking arm with the way that move looked. He looked like he hurt himself. I'm telling you, it was a scary spot. But I would say the standouts to this match were easily Santos Escobar and Carmelo Hayes. They were, without a doubt, the standouts of this match. And I mean, Grayson Waller looked good. Cameron Grimes looked good. He was the underdog. I didn't realize it when I was doing my preview yesterday that his dad had passed away. And this was kind of him doing this for his dad. I don't know how recent it was. Sorry if it was a story beat and I'm missing it, but that was kind of nice. I can completely relate, in all honesty. But the match was really good. So good. And I'm going to go over my notes here in a second, but a lot of high spots looked fantastic. So let me take a drink here because I got some notes. I took a little bit more notes as the show went on. I wasn't how sure I wanted to go about it as far as how much notes I wanted to take and whatnot. So Carmelo Hayes comes out. He's smack talking everyone in the ring. So they immediately start all brawling. He gets pulled out by Trick Williams. Everyone's just going nuts, right? You get a dive. Everyone dives out to the outside of the ring. Grayson Waller, he starts to run from one rope to the other, and he stops and he just grabs the ladder and sets it up. Brilliant move. Fakes us all out. You get a cool spot in the corner. Grayson Waller, he's in the corner. Ladder's in front of him. Carmelo Hayes gets pushed against him with another ladder, and there's someone else. I can't quite remember. And then Solo Sikoa runs and does a splash into the corner. That was a cool little spot right there. Grayson Waller hits a big cutter. He jumps like his vertical, hitting a cutter onto Santos Escobar, who comes off of the ladder. That was a nice spot. You get some Uso chants as Sikoa is kind of doing his thing. You know, Uso! Like, that happened throughout the match. But then as he's climbing the ladder, Santos Escobar comes up on the opposite side of the ladder, hits a crazy fucking sunset flip power bomb off of the top, putting Sikoa right onto the other ladder. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt really, really bad. Like it looked painful. You get a spot where all the managers get involved. Trick Williams comes into the ring. He's setting up the ladder. Then I think it's Senga. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The security for Grayson Waller comes in. He gets in between it. He breaks the ladder, rips it apart. Then Elektra Lopez comes in. Mendoza and the rest of Legado del Fantasma pop in. They're all fighting. Freaking Elektra Lopez does a dive to the outside onto Grayson Waller. They keep fighting to the outside of the ring. Trick Williams gets into the ring, pushes the ladder over, knocking off Sikoa and Santos Escobar. They take some nasty bumps. Then he climbs the ladder, but Cameron Grimes kind of gets in, and then he pushes it with him falling, landing straight onto his legs. That looked like it kind of hurt. Very rough landing. Cameron Grimes climbs the ladder, but then he gets pulled down by Carmelo Hayes. Grayson Waller gets in. Him and Carmelo, they fight. Everyone starts getting on the ladders. You know, you see the spot. There's like 3 ladders. Everyone's reaching for the belt. Everyone starts to fall off of the ladders. Grayson Waller, however, he's still on the ladder. He's the last one up there. He gets this close to getting that championship. Of course, then he gets stopped by Santos Escobar, who hits a big Hurricanrana off of the ladder. Grayson Waller, this is where the spot happens. He has Carmelo Hayes on a ladder on the outside that's bridged. He goes to the really big ladder, does an elbow drop off the top. Carmelo gets out of the way. He takes every bit of that, and he looked like he was in legit pain. So either he was in legit pain or he's just really that good at selling. Either way, fuck. Just fuck. So you got Carmelo Hayes, he's in the ring. He's going up the ladder. Santos pulls him down, hits him with a Death Valley driver, I think, or maybe a Michinoku driver. He starts to climb, or goes to climb. Here comes Cameron Grimes. So Santos goes to stop him, but he jumps off the top rope, cave in, climbs the ladder, gets the championship, and you have a brand new North American champion. It's supposed to be, a big moment. I picked Carmelo Hayes. I was wrong. I guess they're going to send him up to the main roster, and they're keeping Cameron Grimes in NXT a little bit longer, apparently. But like I said, this was such a fantastic match. It was great. I thought the match was awesome. Like it was a really, really good match. Like, without a doubt, it was the best match of the night. Yes, I had to adjust my volume here, so I'm not so loud. It was a fantastic match. So, if you do nothing else, go watch this match. Like I said, Santos Escobar and Carmelo Hayes were the MVPs of this match. They looked great in defeat. So, kudos to them. And kudos to all the other guys in this match. It was awesome. Gonna move on. So they showed Braun Breaker and Dolph Ziggler arriving to the building earlier in the day. Then we get to see Tony D'Angelo show up with this guy. I didn't catch his name, nor did I honestly care. They show up, which leads us into Tony D'Angelo versus Tommaso Ciampa. The promo package for it, highlighting how this is Ciampa's last NXT match. They talked about it during the match. His entrance kind of gave you that feel, of these people watching tape of Ciampa throughout his run in NXT. And then he comes out. When he's actually doing his entrance, he does, the Triple H pose with the water on the apron. And then he does the Shawn Michaels pose. And even at the start of the match, he does the face breaker that Triple H does with his knee, and then the high knee followed by the spun buster, and then the pose again. That's how the match starts. You get 3 running knees to the corner with Ciampa doing and everyone, CM Punk. Cool. It was cool. But Tony D'Angelo, he gets back into it. He starts to work over Ciampa, starts to build momentum. But Ciampa fights back. Ciampa builds momentum, hits a clothesline on D'Angelo. But D'Angelo does get back into control, starts to smack talk Ciampa some more, gets smacked in the face. You get some shots back and forth with Ciampa getting the upper hand. While in the corner, Tony D'Angelo pulls out the crowbar that he's been using a lot. He beat up poor Butch. If you know, you know. Goes for a swing, misses, but as the ref is grabbing the crowbar, he hits a low blow on Ciampa. A low blow. Hits the forget about it, gets a 2 count. Tony D'Angelo gets the crowbar yet again as he's on the apron, gets caught by Ciampa, Widow's Bell, followed by a fairy tale ending for only a 2 count. Gets the Gargano escape locked in. Tony D'Angelo does get to the ropes. Earlier in the match, Ciampa had pulled the mats up on the outside. Well, he goes for a German on the outside. D'Angelo goes for a German, but that gets reversed, but he ends up hitting a DDT on Ciampa. He throws Ciampa back into the ring. Boot to the head. Beats Tommaso Ciampa for probably his biggest victory in NXT, period. Tony D'Angelo gets the win. It's a professional way you go out of wherever you're at with your back on the mat. That's just kind of how it goes. Afterwards, you get the crowd, chanting, "Thank you, Ciampa." Everyone's clapping. He's getting the big send-off. But as he's walking out, Triple H, Big Papa H comes back out, hugs him, tears in their eyes, thanking each other, celebrating. And that's how that whole segment ends. It was wonderful. The match was good. But for me, I think the bigger part of it was just seeing Ciampa, and you knew, okay, this is like legit. He's leaving. He's probably going to main roster. He's going to die 1,000 deaths up there. And it was just nice. It was really heartwarming, really emotional to see, Triple H come out, especially with everything that's just happened with him. A lot of references to Triple H this weekend. A lot of talk to Triple H this weekend. And it was just nice. It was a good sentimental moment. Champa was fantastic in NXT. It sucks he's going up to the main roster. Maybe it was his choice. He agreed to it, but it sucks because he's not going to be the same up there. He's just not. And that really sucks. Really, really does suck. But best wishes to Champa. Hope he does great. And I'm glad to see Triple H back out there and he's improving. And I'm glad to see that. Oh, so we go to the triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championships as Imperium defends against MSK and the Diamond Mines Creed Brothers. Now, I had not seen a lot of the Creed Brothers. Like I said, I don't watch this show on a regular. I catch it every now and then. I keep up through spoilers, but I've never actually watched these guys. They're not bad. They're really not. I was actually quite impressed. I actually enjoyed this match. I did. I enjoyed it. Checking my stuff. So MSK started off really fast. They try to pick up the pace. Everyone kind of gets their shit in, right? Everyone kind of gets a move in here or there. But then the Creeds kind of get into control. They're taking everyone down, just like tossing people around with suplexes. But then Imperium, they come in, they get into control. Fabian Eichner takes off Wesley's head with this clothesline, taking him down. Nash Carter, though, hits a Hurricanrana to Bartel off the apron onto the outside. Then Wesley does a suicide dive over the top rope. Excuse me. Yeah, he does a dive over the top rope, landing on them. Then you get this crazy superplex spot. Julius Creed is getting suplexed by both Fabian Eichner and Nash Carter, but when they're doing it, they catch Bartel and Wesley, and everyone is taken down. It's unique. I actually can say I've never seen that before. That is a new spot for me, so I will have to give them bonus points for creativity in that spot. And then you get the big guy, Brutus Creed, on the top rope, jumps and just cannonballs onto everyone who's out there. You get a huge pop-up spine buster by the Creeds. I'm like, yes, because I picked them and they're going to win. And then that pin gets broke up. You get a top rope Hurricanrana by Wesley on Bartel into a power bomb by Nash Carter for the 3 count. MSK is once again the tag team champions. Sucks. I could have swore the Creed brothers were going to win. I felt it in my bones, and I was wrong. But it was a really great triple threat match. A lot of drama. I really did enjoy seeing these guys bust tail, right? They busted tail. It was cool. It was a cool freaking match. So hats off to these 3 teams. They really did entertain me. I don't think the Creed brothers are getting enough credit for the work that they're doing. They looked good in this match. Yes, they had really 2, great teams who were working with them, but they looked fantastic. And I look to see the Creed brothers versus MSK, big guys versus small guys. I think that would be a great match to go into the next special event or next big show that they do. I can't call it a takeover. It's weird. You know what else is weird? Let me take a break here as I seamlessly transition. Gunnar Harlan and Joe Gacy, who are on the green in Dallas, where the site of JFK's assassination happened. And Joe Gacy's talking about everyone coming together, but if they don't, bad things and casualties will happen. Cuckoo? Dude's fucking weird. So we get the Fatal 4-Way match. Mandy Rose defending her brand new, because they redesigned the title by giving them a white strap and putting colors on it. Brand new, and it's smaller too. It's a smaller version of the NXT Women's Championship. Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, giving it a white strap because it's gotta look like a main roster title, right? Taking on Cora Jade, Io Shirai, and Kaylee Ray. Jesus Christ. I swore Cora Jade was winning this match. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. And I am sorry. I'm sorry. Cora Jade comes out with this new skater company, Devotion Skate Co. I don't know if they're new, but they're new to her, I guess. She comes out with them. They changed the title. I don't like it. It just looks like a toy. Looks like a toy now with a puffy fucking leather strap. Doesn't look like a real championship. It's the same design, but now it's like the pink and the yellow and the multiple colors on the background with the NXT logo in the front. I knew they were going to change the titles because of the redesign, but I don't like this one. Not at all. So everyone kind of goes at it. Io and Kylie Ray, they take out Cora Jade and Mandy Rose. They go at it. Rose breaks that up. Cora Jade attacks her. She starts to work over Cora Jade. Jade dives onto Rose. Kylie Ray dives onto Cora Jade. Then you get a moonsault off the top rope to the outside by Io Shirai. Kylie Ray and Io do a double submission. One person's got another one, so on and so forth. That was pretty cool. And that got broke up by Cora Jade pushing Io off of her, who had her in I think it was a Boston Crab. And she pushed her into Kylie Ray and Mandy Rose. So that broke that up. I'm having a hard time remembering. Cora Jade starts to build some momentum, taking out everyone. Hits a Canadian Destroyer on the apron to Kylie Ray. Io hits a Spanish Fly onto Mandy, but that pin gets broke up by Cora Jade, who hits a senton off the top rope onto Io. You get a running knee by Cora Jade onto Mandy Rose, hits sliced bread, and then hits a DDT, only getting a 2 after that one was broke up. Kylie Ray hits a gory bomb, goes up top, gets pushed off by Io Shirai. She then hits the moonsault onto Cora Jade, but then gets hit with a V trigger by Mandy Rose, who pins her for the 3 count and retains the championship. This is not at all the best women's championship match in NXT history, but this was a really, really good match. Quite enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. And I thought it was maybe the second best match on the card. It was. There was a ladder match, and I believe this Fatal 4-Way were the 2 best matches, and then you could probably argue that the tag title match and then the main event were better. And then whatever, you can just throw them in whatever order you want. Love the match. I guess they wanted to stick with Mandy. I kind of had a feeling when I saw the new title that they were going to keep it on Mandy because, the new belt, they want to keep it looking good. Maybe that way they can start like a dissension amongst her and Gigi and JC. I don't know. But it was a really good match, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, really awesome. And I think it was a fantastic women's match. So before I continue on, we're going to do a merch ad. I'm going to do a merch ad. So you guys, check this out. This is our merch, and I will be right back. And welcome, Yo Bro Nation. This is our new set of merch at the TeePublic store on teepublic.com/YoBroNation1. check out this new line of merchandise. We got the brand new Join the Nation, Be the Nation shirt. We got the Holy Defender inspired t-shirt in memory of JD right here on the store. You like anime? Check out the Yo Bro Nation anime shirt. Kicking it with Sidekick Suzie, also here on this platform. We got the glitch logo for the Yo Bro Nation shirt. We got the Yo Bro Nation shirt that's all in red. And just in time for WrestleMania season, you got the Yo Bro Mania 3 shirt. You got all these shirts. You got so many more on TeePublic.com/Yo Bro Nation. Go get your merch now, man. What are you waiting for? Go get it. Why are you waiting? Go get it. You know you like it. I'll see you later. And you can obviously go to TeePublic.com/Yo Bro Nation to get our merchandise. They usually do spring sales, so don't be shocked if there's a sale on all the merchandise coming soon. But go ahead, get that stuff. Link is down in the description below. All right, we're going to get through the rest of this. We're going to try. So we had this, and they started this on the Kickoff show with having this whole thing with Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis, Duke Hudson, and what's-her-face, doing this whole freaking montage of cowboy shit. But then they had to vote for who's the hottest couple in NXT. Index won, obviously, the faces, but that started a fight and shoving match, and it was stupid. And can I move on? Thank you. I'm going to. Although I will say Index, that being Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis, did look kind of cute, and I actually do think that Dexter looked better than Duke Hudson. So Walter versus LA Knight. Walter looks pretty freaking, like, I know he's been looking pretty cut and thinned out and swole looking, but damn, he's looking pretty excellent. Like, dude's got into ripped ass shape. This match starts up with a lockup into the corner. You get kind of like a small chop by Walter, kind of give LA Knight like a, hey, dude, watch the fuck out. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, bro. They get on the outside. You get a powerbomb by Walter onto the apron after LA Knight hits him with a clothesline. Walter works over LA Knight for a good chunk of this match. Gets him in a Boston Crab. LA Knight's trying to get out of it. He transitions that into an STF. Hard Irish whip into the corner. But then LA Knight does a slingshot shoulder block over the top rope. Stomps in the corner, scoop slam and a jumping elbow by LA Knight. But then a soup gets hit by a superplex. And then Walter gets hit with a superplex for a 2 count. Then you get a BFT attempt that is blocked. Walter just starts hitting it with some chops. Don't want those. You don't want those. I can't even read. Oh, a sleeper by LA Knight. That gets countered into an inverted Death Valley driver. LA Knight gets the 2 count. Chop to LA Knight's legs as he's on the top rope. He's setting up for like a moonsault. Then gets chopped in the back and then clotheslined off the top rope. Walter, big splash off of the top onto LA's back. Hits him with a powerbomb. 3 count, and Walter wins the match. And yes, you got random Walter chants throughout the freaking thing. It was good. It was good. Not the best Walter match at all, but we'll blame it. We'll say it's a Gunther match, and that's why it's not all that great. I refuse to call him that. I can't. He's fucking Walter. Point blank, period. Not my favorite match of the night at all. It's really not. It was okay. It was okay. But we do get to our main event for the NXT Championship. Braun Breaker trying to regain his title. Put his dad and his uncle into the Hall of Fame last night. I still haven't watched their Hall of Fame speech. I'm going to try probably after I'm done with this. I'm going to watch that so I can talk about it whenever I get to the Hall of Fame part of WrestleMania later on, whether that's tonight or tomorrow night. So we'll get there. Dolph Ziggler slaps Braun Breaker even before the match starts. So Braun comes in, picks him up, runs him in the corner, but Dolph slows him down. Kind of gets in control. Braun Breaker catches Dolph Ziggler, though, hits him with a slam for a 2 count. You get 3 back-to-back belly-to-bellies. He's like, that's it, we're done. He's got the straps down. He's ready to put him in the Steiner recliner. But then Robert Roode grabs his leg. He gets ejected. He's gone for the majority of the match. He will return. Super kick missed by Dolph Ziggler. Braun hits him with a belly-to-back. Ziggler, he sets up Ziggler on the top rope for a Hurricanrana, but Dolph Ziggler slips out of that with him crotching Mr. Breaker, should I say. He again slows down the pace, starts working over the neck. He gets a rear chin lock with the legs wrapped around him. But then he gets that into a side headlock where he lifts his body for more torque. But that eventually does get he does get out of that. Hits him with shoulder blocks, hits him with a tilt-a-whirl side slam. Hurricanrana off the top for a 2 count. Braun charges at Ziggler, but he leapfrogs him, but then he still gets speared by Braun Breaker for only a 2. Braun gets sent out to the outside, gets back into the ring, knee to the head as he's starting to get back in. Super kick attempt by Dolph Ziggler, caught. He gets shoved off. Spear again by Braun Breaker. Hits him with a military press slam. Goes for the cover, but Robert Roode pulls Ziggler out. Braun's like, screw it. So he does a somersault dive over the top rope, landing on both of them. He throws Dolph back in, sends Roode into the steps. He gets hit with a Famouser and then a zigzag for only a 2 count. Dolph Ziggler a little frustrated. Hits him with a big elbow drop off the top rope for a 2 count. He sets up the super kick, but Breaker pops back up, hits him with our trifecta of clotheslines, goes for the military press again, but Dolph Ziggler counters as the veteran would with a thumb to the eye, hits him with the super kick. The movie's been trying to hit the whole match and gets the 3 count. It was alright. This was a good match. This is probably Braun Breaker's best match. And for a minute, I actually thought he was going to win. I was like, you know what? They're really going to throw the title on him. I did pick Dolph Ziggler to retain the championship to move on to someone else, but they're probably going to do one more match. Most likely, like on NXT TV. It's not over yet, obviously, but further down the line. Anyways, so yeah, Ziggler gets the victory. They celebrate best match of Braun Breaker's career so far at NXT. I think they're sending him up to the main roster. I think they feel like he's ready. I can see them being more open to the fact that he is a Steiner. Can they change his name from to Braun Steiner? Bronson Steiner? They don't need to be Breaker. We can change it. I mean, it's okay if we do, right? No? I don't know. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm not going to drag this out. I still got a few hours before Mania starts. I'm going to try to enjoy myself for the next hour and some change before that show starts. But I will be back here tonight, as it stands, with Jake for our review of WrestleMania Night 1 a little bit later tonight. Hope you guys had a great time. Remember, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. We have more videos on the homepage. You can go watch my Squared Circle podcast from yesterday. Twitter, Facebook, do all the good stuff. But I'm Zach. Thank you guys for joining me. And I will see you guys in the next video a little bit later tonight. Goodbye.